As you guys already know, I like to bring you guys the truth about forex trading. I don't sugarcoat anything. If it's white, I say if it's white. If it's black, I say it is black. And on today's video, I want to tell you the reasons why you will never make money in forex trading until you master what I'm going to show you on today's video. Please believe me, I'm saying this out of 6 years, out of 6 to 7 years of experience. So if I'm saying this, you have to be able to believe me. And once you're able to master what I'm going to show you on today's video, then you are already on your way of becoming a profitable forex trader. Remember, I said a profitable forex trader because there's a difference between a professional forex trader and a profitable forex trader, because you can be a professional forex trader and yet you are not a profitable forex trader. All right, so with that being said, let's get into the video of today. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. As you already know, my name is Ndemazeah Godlove. On this channel we share everything about trading, business, personal finance and tips to help you stay profitable as a forex trader. So if this is your first time coming to my channel or your first time watching my content, please hit the subscribe button below to subscribe to the channel so that you can always be updated once I come up with content like this. So this is the beginning of our intermediary lesson, because on this channel I have an ongoing course, and we just recently, I think a few days ago, we just recently finished the videos on the beginner courses, because the course is going to be complete from step by step, from beginner to pro. Everything you need about forex trading to become a professional and a profitable forex trader. On the course we have the beginner courses, we have the intermediary courses, and we have advanced courses. The course is completely for free. It's on this channel, it's completely for free. I'm not taking you to another website or anything. You just have to follow the playlist. There's a playlist already on my channel, and you can check. If you can check on the playlist, this is the beginner playlist, and all these videos are already up there. So today is the beginning of the intermediary level. After we finish the lessons on the intermediary level, we shall be moving to the advanced level. As a welcome to the intermediary level, that is why we have to start talking like forex trader. I have to start telling you guys the beta trade. I have to start telling you guys some advanced secrets. All right, because these are the kind of things I call advanced secret. I need to start telling you guys some advanced secret in forex trading, and I couldn't have informed you, or I couldn't have reviewed this on our beginner lessons, because on the beginner lessons we had enough we had to cover. But on this video, or on this course today, I'm bringing this to you as advanced secret or intermediary secret of forex trading. So what is this concept all about? This concept is what you can see on my screen. I said, don't trade forex until you master this. I'm not just putting this as a clickbait or as a video topic. No, that is the truth. By the end of this video, you understand why I'm saying you shouldn't trade forex until you are able to understand the principles which I'm going to show you on today's video. So before I even go on to that, thank you guys so much for all of you guys who have watched all the courses on the beginner lessons. Thank you guys so much. And the reasons why I thank you guys so much is because the value delivered is more important than profit to me. All right,
thank you everybody, thank you.
So that is why when I sit here sometime and I teach you guys about something, it's a win-win situation, because the more I teach you guys about topics, the more I keep researching, the more I'm going to stay on the edge, the more I'll always be updated. So thank you guys for watching to this particular point in time, and let's get into this particular concept. So what is this concept? I'm talking about? This concept is known as the FX quadrant of profitable forex traders, or the forex quadrant of profitable forex traders. If you are an entrepreneurship, or if you have a little bit of knowledge about business, you know there's something we call the cash flow quadrant, which was established by Robert Kiyosaki. All right, on the cash flow quadrant, let me just show you guys what I'm talking about. If you can check on my screen, you see here we have the cash flow quadrant. Let me push this one this side. So here you can see we have the cash flow quadrant, and on our cash flow quadrant we have what we call the employee, business owner, self-employed, and investors. And from the way the cash flow quadrant works, you need to be able to move from one sector or from one quadrant to the other. All right, because you can't just wake up one day and you just becomes that business tycoon which you've always wanted to be. It's a whole process. You start by being an employee, that this is just a simple explanation of the cash flow quadrant. You start by being an employee. An employee, at least you work for someone. It's a quadrant which most people follow this same cycle. When you're an employee, it means you are working for someone and you earn a salary or a profit or a wage from that particular person. After you move from an employee, you go to what we call self-employed. That means you actually have a small business which you can which is self-sufficient. You can take care of yourself, you can take care of your family. You have few employees that are now working under you as self-employed. Like let's just say like lawyers, and some people have businesses with 1 to 5 employees. Those are people who can call themselves self-employed. After self-employed, you go to what we call the investor. So the quadrant go from self-employed, you go to what we call the business owner. All right. When you're a business owner, you need to have employee from between 5 to 20 employees. And at that point in time, when you call yourself a business owner, you actually have another person who is managing the business on your behalf. That means you have a manager, you have an accountant, you have other people who are controlling the whole strategic system of the business for you, as opposed to the self-employed person that you are able to manage everything on your own. So business owner, you're able to have a manager, an accountant, people manage things for you. That's how the bulk of money, you can see here, that's how the bulk of money, you start making a lot of money. But now, when you become an investor, you then make money to work for you. All right. So when you become an investor, you invest money. Money works. You can see when you become an investor, you make money works for you. Like maybe a stock trader, maybe a forex trader. Like what I teach people on my channel is to become a forex investor or to take forex as a business. At that point in time, you have money working for you. When you open your trading account and deposit money inside, and you press buy or sell, what you are actually doing is you are doing something which we call passive investment. That means you are making the money even when you are asleep. When you are asleep, the money is still printing. When you are asleep, the money is still getting into your account if you know what you are doing. That is why they said if you don't have a system that makes money while you are asleep, then you work for the rest of your life. So always ask yourself and have this in mind. Do you have a system that can make money even when you are asleep? If the answer is yes, then you know you are on the way to becoming a millionaire or a billionaire. So it's the same thing about the cash flow quadrant. That is just a simple thing I can just say about the cash flow quadrant. But today we are not talking about the cash flow quadrant. We are talking about the FX quadrant. We are talking about profitable FX trader quadrant. All right, profitable FX trader quadrant. I'll explain this to you. Take note of this. You won't see this anywhere on the internet. But now, these are the secret that many people won't release to you. Many people won't come to you with this secret on forex trading. But this is the truth about the forex industry. This is how the forex industry works. And if you want to be able to make those millions in forex, then you have to be ready to follow this system. All right. So just like we spoke about the cash flow quadrant, this one also is still a quadrant. All right, profitable forex trader quadrant. The first thing we have on that means for you to be able to become that profitable. Remember, I mentioned there's a difference between a professional forex trader and a profitable forex trader. You can be by saying you're a professional forex trader, it means you have knowledge about trading. All right, you can still have knowledge about trading, but you are not yet profitable. All right, even when I was a professional trader, it took me almost about 2 years before I could become a profitable forex trader. So I'm teaching you on this channel not on how to become a professional forex trader, but on how to become a profitable forex trader, because profitability comes with consistency. All right, so for you to become a profitable forex trader, then you have to be able to follow this system. So you can see on our board we have the system, and on this quadrant you can see it's a section of 4 different quadrants. On this section or on the system, I call it the SSROP quadrant. All right, let me explain what I mean. On the first section of the quadrant, just like I did mention of the cash flow quadrant, where you move from an employee to a self-employed to a business owner and then to an investor, it's the same thing here. Here, the first thing you need, you start on the S quadrant. On the S quadrant, what you need is let me just make this working. So you start with the S quadrant. Let me change the thickness of my pen. So you start with the S quadrant, and on the S quadrant just stands for the skills. No matter how somebody try to sell you a dream in forex trading, or no matter how somebody try to preach forex trading to you as a get rich quick scheme, or as something you just put money and you just open an account and start making money tomorrow. The truth is that is a lie. They don't want to tell you the truth. The first thing you need in forex trading is this particular quadrant, which is called the S quadrant. The S quadrant stands for the skills. Under the skills, you can see here we have the basics. Do you have an idea about the forex basis? Do you have an idea about even the history of the forex market? Do you even have an idea about the standards in the forex market? Standards like who are the movers in the forex? What are the movers in the forex market? What moves the forex market? Who are the big players? Or you are even supposed to know your stand. You're supposed to have knowledge about what you are getting into. So the first quadrant is what we call the S quadrant, which stands for the skills. Under the skills, we have basic, history, and the standards of forex trading. After you've gotten the skills, how will you be able to trade? You need what we call a strategy. All right, you hear people talk about strategies everywhere. So under the strategy, when you come to under the another S quadrant, remember the system is SSROP quadrant. All right, under the strategy quadrant, you also have what I call rest. All right, you have what I call REST. Oh, let me put it. You have what I call rest. So you can see it here. So under the strategy, you have what I call rest. And what does rest stand for? REST. What does it stand for? Arrow stands for the reasons. So your trading strategy, if you want to develop any trading strategy in forex, it must follow this same process. All right, the arrow stands for the reason. That means if you are using that strategy to place a trade, what is the reason? What is the reason why you're placing that trade? Maybe your reason. Okay, let's just use something like a news trading strategy. All right. So our reason for using that particular strategy will be that, okay, once a particular news trading or once a particular fundamental is released, then we'll be able to use our strategy to cash either the momentum, either the bullish or bearish momentum. So that is our reason why we want to be able to use that particular strategy. All right. So that is our reasoning. That is the reason for using the strategy. After the reason, you have the entry. Okay, now you've gotten the reason for using that particular strategy. How are you going to execute the trade? How are you going to enter into that particular trade? So that is where the E comes in. Maybe you've already gotten your reasons to use the strategy, and then maybe your entry, you want to use maybe double bottoms, you want to use maybe engulfing candle, you want to use maybe support and resistance. So those are your entries. Those are like your snapper entries that you want to use to execute the trade. All right. So that is why you have the E stands for your entries. After you've gotten your entries, okay, now you have a reason. You have the reason, which is arrow. Now you have your E, which stands for the entry. Now what are your stops? The SCA stands for your stops, because before you get into any particular trade, you should be able to predetermine the risks. All right, you should be able to predetermine the risks, and by predetermining the risks, it means you already know the stops, where to put your stop losses, where to put your take profit, if you want to use trailing stops, and all of that. I like this particular point where we're talking about this, because we've already spoken about stop losses, entries, trailing stops, and all of that on our recent videos. All right, so the SCA stands for your stops. After you've been able to have levels where you want to be able to put your stops, the next thing you need now, the T stands for your target. So where do you want to target? How many pips do you want to make on that trade? How many pips will you be satisfied if your take profit is hit at that particular level? Or if the trade doesn't go your way, how many pips will you say, okay, this was not a good day, or this was not a good trade, and you move out? That is where they talk of target. All right. So you see, under strategy, our rest, I did mention of rest. Our arrow stands for reason, the reason of getting into the trade. E stands for the entry. The entry, what are your entries? Is it rubber bottoms? Is it strategy? Is it indicator? Is it moving averages? So you have an entry. You have an entry that you use to enter into that trade. And then you have stops. What are your stops? Where are you going to put your stop loss? Where are you going to put your take profit? Where are you going to put your trailing stops? Are you even going to use trailing stops? So those are your stops. And then you also have to define your target. So that goes under your strategy. So you see, we're moving. We started with the skis. Now when we know the skis very well, which I've already taught you guys, like the beginner skis on the beginner courses. Now on the intermediary level, we're talking now of the strategy. This is the strategy now, from strategy, risk management, and trading psychology. This is from now intermediary level going to advanced level. This is beginner, intermediary, then advanced. All right. So now, since we've already spoken about our strategy, let's go to now the arrow quadrant. Because remember, our quadrant is SSROP quadrant. Let's go to now the arrow quadrant, which the arrow quadrant stands for risk management. All right. Now you know you have the skills, you have a strategy. Now you have to be able to know how to manage risks, because I see many videos on YouTube or even on Google or even your mentor or whosoever. They teach you how to place a trade. They teach you, like somebody teaching you how to swim, then they put you in a pool and then they can't save you, or you can't. They don't teach you safety precaution or safety tips. It's the same thing in trading. You can't just have a strategy and then you don't know about risk management or trading psychology. So after you've had a strategy, you then go to risk management. Under risk management, you start talking about, okay, your risk capital, because obviously you have an account balance. How much do you want to risk on that particular trade? You need to be able to define these things before you even get into a trade. How much do you want to risk? Because here you can see I spoke of risk capital. So how much do you want to risk on that particular trade? And also risk per trade. Risk capital is how much of your entire account you want to be able to risk on any particular trading day or on any particular trade. Then risk per trade, that means each trade that you take, how much are you willing to risk on that particular trade? I see some people preach use 2% of your account, 5% of your account, 10% of your account, or whatsoever. No, the best thing that's why we talk individuals are not the same. When it comes to trading and risk management, you have to use what suits your risk appetite. All right, you have to use what suits your risk appetite. My risk appetite might not be equal to your risk appetite. If I put maybe $1,000 in my trading account and I'm risking 10% or even risking 50% on a particular trade, it means I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable to lose maybe even that 50%. Or if I'm placing all on one trade, it means I'm comfortable to risk the entire $1,000 on one trade. That is, my risk appetite is very high, and I know that, okay, I can risk what I can afford to lose. In trading, only risk what you can afford to lose. If you can lose $1,000 and it will become a pain to you, it will be suicidal to you, then you shouldn't risk it. You shouldn't risk it in the first place. But if it's just part of your trading portfolio and you've already accepted the risks, and you know that, okay, my risk appetite is high and I can afford to lose this amount, then you can risk it on a trade. So the bottom line that I'm saying here is your risk management should suit your risk appetite. If you are comfortable risking 5% on one trade and you can afford to risk 5% on one trade, then you should do that. Or if you are comfortable risking 10%, you should do that. But if you are somebody who is very conservative, and you are still just starting, then you can stick to a percentage, maybe highest 1% or 2% on one trade. Then as the skills come in, you can start risking higher percentage of your account. All right, because they say the greater the risk, the greater the reward. You need to understand this. The greater the risk, the greater the reward. And there is no risk without, there is no reward without risk. So the higher the risk, sometimes the higher the reward. But before you go into that incremental level of using high risk, it should also comes with experience. So that has already come under the arrow quadrant. All right. After you've mastered risk management very well, we're coming to this. We've already trashed this already on the beginner courses. Now we are now at the level of intermediary. Intermediary, we'll be talking about the strategy, risk management, and when we move to advanced level, we'll be talking about trading psychology, because this is a very important aspect of trading. We've already spoken about the arrow, and under the P stands for trading. You can see. Under the P stands for trading psychology. All right. Under trading psychology, you need to understand that as a human, you can't deny this fact. As a human, when you start doing something that you have your money on the line, that you have your hard-earned money, I know to make the money is difficult. We all have our day jobs, and to come off and make this money is very difficult. But now, as a human, when you actually have your hard-earned money on the line, that is where emotions come in. That is when emotions will come in. And if you don't master trading psychology very well, and you're able to predetermine your risks and understand that this is something that is going to involve your emotions, then you even quit before you get to that level where you start making profit in Forex. So you need to understand that in trading, you can't deny that fact. You have your money on the line, and once your money is on the line, once you start trading live and you have your money on the line, emotions are going to get involved. And if you don't master trading psychology very well and learn how to control your emotions when it comes to trading and learn how to accept your risks when it comes to trading, then there is no way you ever be a profitable Forex trader. Remember, the whole quadrant is about being a profitable Forex trader. So now you can see the quadrant now is completed. You started by seeking the knowledge, which is the skills under the S quadrant. After you've gotten the knowledge, you then move to another S quadrant, which is the strategy. Under the strategy, you need to be able to define your strategy in terms of this term, REST, R-E-S-T. The arrow stands for, under your strategy, the arrow stands for the reason why you are even using that strategy, or the reason why you are getting into that trade. Maybe you are getting into that trade because you've hit support and resistance, or maybe you are getting into that trade because there's a major news. That is our reason. Now, after you've gotten your reason, you go to the entry. What is the entry you want to use for that strategy? Maybe your entry is going to be an engulfing candle, maybe a double bottom, maybe head and shoulder patterns. It just depends, or maybe even moving averages, indicators, and all of that. After you've gotten your entry, you talk about your stops. Where are you going to put your stop loss, your take profit, trailing stops? After your stop, you need to also talk about your target. Where are you going to be targeting, or how many pips are you targeting on that trade? How many pips will you be comfortable to risk on that particular trade? So that is that about rest, and the rest comes under your strategy. After that, you go to your risk management. You predetermine your risks based on the total account size that you have. How much will you comfortably risk on one trade, and how much of your entire account are you willing to risk on that particular trade? And have you accepted the risk in Forex trading? Have you accepted that this is a risky industry and you can lose part or all of your trading capital? Have you even accepted that risk? Then after you've learned about risk management, you then go to trading psychology, where we talk about managing your emotions in trading, even accepting the fact that since you have your trading capital on the line, you're going to be emotional sometimes, knowing how to not trade emotionally, knowing how to only afford to risk what you can, lose. So because of that, you can see there is no profitable Forex trader. There is no profitable Forex trader that is making money today that I know. There is no profitable Forex trader that is making money today that I know that didn't go through this system. That didn't start by going for the skills, the strategy, and then knowing all of this. There is no profitable Forex trader. So as you're moving ahead and striving to become a Forex trader, always have this quadrant in your mind. You can see at the center we have our big dollar sign. Because after you've gotten all of this and understand all of this, at the end of the day, you'll be able to make money. That is why I can boast today and say, okay, I make money consistently in Forex trading. I'm a profitable Forex trader, not only a professional Forex trader. You can be a professional Forex trader, but not a profitable Forex trader. Profitability only comes with consistency. So with that being said, let's see if we have... thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for coming to the end of this video. On this video, if you can understand this quadrant, believe me, this is a game changer. There is no way you make those profits in Forex trading if you don't understand this particular quadrant. Thank you so much for watching to the end. If you've understand something on this video, or if you've gained some knowledge from this video, please leave me a thumb up on the video and hit the subscribe button below. After leaving the thumb up on the video, also hit the subscribe button below to subscribe to the channel so that you can be updated once I come up with content like this. Till then, I'll see you guys on another video. Peace.